Welcome back. Dream Logic is the name of the band and also the name of the new album featuring the songs of St. Catharines singer, songwriter, musician Sarah Jerrom. Here's a CD copy of it, hot off of the presses. It's out on Three Pines Records, March 26th. We welcome Sarah to The Source. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you so much for having me.
An exciting new release, and about a month before it's out there for people to hear. Some great jazz vocal performances on this. Can you tell us about some of the stories behind the songs?
I'll tell you about one in particular because there's such a big local connection. There's a track called Wheel Remember, and it's spelled W-H-E-E-L, Remember. And that was written as an homage to Kenny Wheeler, who grew up in St. Catharines and rose to international acclaim as a jazz trumpet player and composer. And I wrote that shortly after he passed away. He was always notorious for writing punny titles, hence the Wheel Remember. But yeah, he's been a major influence on me for sure. And he went to high school just around the corner from me. So
yeah, St. Catharines collegiate graduate, world-renowned trumpet player. And you're right, he did have some very clever punny song titles. Can we talk a little bit about the band? How did the name Dream Logic come about?
We recorded our first session in 2018, and around that time we were hanging out after the recording sessions talking about our mutual love of David Lynch and his works. And so he uses dream logic quite a bit in his work. So and just how that kind of influences our own artistic practices, all of us individuals in the band. So that's kind of where it came from, is just that sense of abstract, meta, unsettling.
On that note then, let's play a little bit of a game here. Twin Peaks or Mulholland Drive?
Oh my gosh, that's such a tough decision. Twin Peaks, though.
Okay. And then my other game, Eraserhead versus Blue Velvet.
Eraserhead's pretty timeless. What about you?
Couple of classics. I'd go with Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet would be my choice. Working with your husband, both of you are musicians and both of you relying on music and usually performances to earn a living. How has that been during COVID?
Yeah, it's been challenging. We're definitely grateful for the government support for gigging and gigging workers. I've been teaching online for the most part. Rob's been teaching too. He's a very avid practicer, so that's a nice environment to have around me all the time when we're home. So it's been getting us just kind of practicing and writing a lot more. It's been a lot of time to write.
3 of the 4 musicians from St. Catharines, or at least living in St. Catharines as well. And you've brought in Harley Card, who's a U of T music professor. How did you connect with Harley?
Harley and I went to U of T together back in the day. Yeah, we started performing together back in 2003. And we've always kind of he played on my first album, Illuminations, back in 2007. Yeah, he's so amazing. And he went to Mohawk before he went to U of T. So he's also got these Niagara haunts. He's very familiar with the area. So, and of course, Jeff and I went to high school together.
Three Pines Records is the name of the label. What's that label all about?
They are a brand new label, actually. My friend Ernesto Cervini is one of the co-founders of Three Pines. I've played with Ernesto for many years. So he and Amy, his sister, and her partner have started up this brand new Canadian jazz label, and we are the second release on it. The first one is Toontown by Ernesto Cervini, which is coming out.
The album sounds great. I've listened to the whole thing a couple of times through. Some great performances. Very, very eclectic. All the songs sound a lot different than each other. Will this be available on all the usual streaming services as well as the CD release?
Yes, it will be available on all major digital platforms and also on my Bandcamp page, which is sarahjerrom.bandcamp.com.